There's lots going on concerning the natural phenomena. There is the sun, so we are perfect already, just as an ordinary individuals. That if you don't believe me, we will look into some little experiments of concerning our science. Start off extraordinary, but we end up ordinary. What's the contrast of extraordinary and ordinary, and what we have up to? Gravity and inertia, and the concept, very interesting concepts. There's only one field. There's only unified universe that unified the gravity, the electrical force, and the magnetical force. And what is gravity? Gravity is the agents that could be manipulated, could be varied. So what's so ordinary about? What ordinary about is we are applying a well-known law, Lenz's law, and its added current. What ordinary about is an ordinary cylinder, ordinary magnet. There's just an aluminum cylinder. Its thickness is not that important, and we throw a magnet in, what will happen? Our science is extraordinary, but we end up ordinary. There's many say frictions, air resistance. There's even others say it's nonsense. So after this brief instance, gravity can be, in this scale, negatives, 0, positives, much like speed. As you increase the speed, negative speed, 0 speed, and we have a positive velocity. So it's nearly as if gravity is proportional to its inertia, to its velocities. The greater the velocity, the greater the mass is going to be. So what happens in this cylinder? We will look into the relationships of the magnetical field. In a small experiment, we are going to look right inside of the magnetical field, whether the magnetical field is motionless, or the magnetical field, what magnetical field has to do with the mass and the gravity. As you speak, as you have mentioned, velocity is going to govern the weight. In terms, gravity would kick in. There is a magnet, there is a mass. The magnet if the magnetical field is in motion, or suppose the magnetical field is motionless, what will happen? Both magnets are held stationary, which it may not rotate. The cylinder will not rotate. The magnet is stationed. The whole chunk of mass is stationed. If the law exists, any law exists, unifying the gravity, electromagnetical field, and what will play out in this instant. So we will put a magnet sideways. If the camera angle allow me, we will rotate it. Fair enough. We'll let it fall. Camera angles. We'll do that again. So probably it's a little bit difficult. I'm knocking off. We will rotate it first. We will let it fall. Camera angle. We will try to do it again. So maybe we will never get a right angle, but this little experiment, we will rotate it. We'll let it fall. Right. Briefly, we capture it. You are able to further delay the descent of this magnet. So the magnet is starting from positives in respect of gravity. You reach a central point, it's zero gravity. Gravity go further and reach the negative end of the gravity. So gravity can be viewed as agents, and this little magnet just screaming out loud to you that in ordinary circumstances, when you're holding a chunk of mass, in this case an aluminium, let go of your magnet. There you go. Magnetical field has everything to do with the mass. When you're holding it stationed, when you station the magnet, station the mass, and what is going to be the variable in this instance, the factor that is going to be taken effect that is weight. Do you mean the magnet cancelling its own weight in this little experiment? Can you spin it faster using a machine and permanently suspend the magnet right where the center is? So what's going on? We are perfect. We are perfect. With the little experiment is we have just seen is Lenz's law and involving what in the Lenz's law refer as the eddy current. subtle energies that exist everywhere. We are perfect. We are perfect in terms that we are not magnetic. Anything we touch will not be magnetized. We are perfect is that we are not conductive. We will not conduct electricity. We are perfect in the light that we can create a biological force field that's beyond any imaginations. So, in this instant, we have created a biological force field. It's neither magnetic, neither conduct nor conduct electricity. Now we are going to depending on the situation, this magnetic field will change. We might not go, we might point a higher, we might change our angle and change the magnetic field. We change our magnetic field slightly. You bend into the background quite nice, well. Okay, we change our angle a little. Okay. The tripod does not like to do. Okay, we change our angle a little. We will change our magnetic field. What about this way? Okay. We flip it. We flip that again. So we cross it. Heck. We flip that again. We cross that again. That's our life. That's the weight of life we have been. We think we are insignificant, but we are not. So, okay. So we will go back to another instance. That's our flesh and bone doing that. We will now what if our lives change? When the moments you have realized there is no point of return, you pass the point of no return. You will no longer be, your life will no longer be what it used to. Now, there is a little toy that could make you for a moment feel what it's like to be close to the energy, to be close to the creator, and for a moment you yourself will become a creator. You will place a little magnet, let's say there. What if for a moment you have the power of God? Now look, you have the power of God. You can move matter. You will move matter once again. You are given the power of God. You can move even the magnetical field. You can create whatever you want. See? Whatsoever your finger and wherever your mind has enlightened, everything will change. You are given a tremendous power. Now, you see, you move matters. Now, what this little toy does, for a moment, you will have a sensation in your whole body. You will feel what it's like to be God. Once again, humans, in all circumstances, do not have the power. No matter what you do not have the power to alter the magnetical field. So, in normal circumstances, none of the human being is capable to flip this magnet. No matter what you do. So, is this a disability? Far from it. It is the way of life. It's the way we have been. It's the way life is. We are created in a body of flesh and bone. And we understand our importance in the families. We also understand the body language of interacting with nature. So our work, our lives will be unified and may not a destructive path that we have bring ourselves into. Finally, we are putting the small circuits to determine the outcome of this new finding, of this new toy. A magnet being thrown into a cylinder. We try to measure its electric current. A pair of wire is introduced, and we will try to at least light up or get some voltage. And there's another two connections, positive and negative, need to be in this place. But the setup, we have set it up as such. This two connection is not grounded, and another positive connection is not connected properly. The LED will not light up. So a magnet, neomagnet, when the magnet being thrown into the cylinders and come back out, that a little more work needs to be done, but this is the finding of a relationship of a unified theories and a very fun and exciting little experiment, and you can have a look, and you can have a first-hand experience for yourself and what it's really like.